Hey everyone, if there's anyone, I don't know if anyone's actually going to watch this video, and you know what? I don't mind if you don't. That is absolutely your prerogative, but this is great accountability for me to, yeah, just remain accountable across this whole training process. As you know, if you have followed any of my videos so far, we are building towards Ultra Trail Australia 50k in May, and we're just about to hit the 14 weeks to go mark, which is exciting. So can't wait to get stuck into that. But we've obviously just finished a week of training. I thought it'd be a great opportunity to reflect and look back, and I might do this every week just to share a few of my thoughts about what's worked this week. Now, I'll always preface this with I am not a professional runner in any way, shape, or form, but I love running. It's a deep passion of mine. I love the creativity of it. I love the physicality. I love the therapy that I seem to get from it as well. But I'm just an average runner being intentional about getting better. So join me if you want to on this journey and share your own journeys as well. That'd be excellent. So let's get into it. So I thought I prepared properly for this first attempt at a recap video, so I made some notes. And there's been a couple of key areas this week which have been an absolute highlight. And the first is listening to my body. Now, I'll be honest, I pushed it a little hard at the beginning of the week. I thought I ended the week before on a progressive hilly long run, which was an incredible run. I really enjoyed it. However, I definitely needed needed the recovery and rest day that I had the day after. And then the day after that, kind of the first day of this training week, I thought, why not? Let's try and kick straight into both a run and then also trying to do a gym session on that day. Well, that was an immediately bad move. Now, I'm grateful I pushed my body. I'm glad I attempted it and pushed myself. However, upon reflection, maybe that was a bit too much of a stretch, because the reason why I did it, I suppose, just to share, is I really wanted to kind of move my double day earlier in the week. Basically, my plan at the moment each week has at least one day where I do a run and a strength session, and I thought, why not get it done at the start of the week? So did that, and I'll be honest, I immediately didn't feel great at all. So much so that I ended up taking the day after off. So ended up doing 2 double days this week, which is absolutely fine. And I think what I learned through that, and what I think we can all learn from this, is just this concept of listening to your body, reflecting and thinking through how you're feeling as you're doing your workouts and as you're moving through your training program is so important. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't try and push things a little bit and try things out, but I think when you do that, you almost need to increase your self-awareness and really dig into kind of that, how are you actually feeling, how are you actually recovering from it when you do change things just a little bit. So a great learn for me, and yes, I'm just going to leave those double days where they are at the moment, which is midweek. So let's talk about my workouts this week. Now, we'll talk about 2 runs in particular, and the first of those was my speed workout. Now, that was a 10 by 1 minute hill repeat session, and oh man, this was absolutely savage, I have to say. And what you may know, if you have ever been around Clovelly or you live in Sydney, you might have seen this street before, and if not, then it's a great place to do a hill workout if you ever do visit. It's called Greville Street, and this is a savage incline, and perfect for a workout like this, right? So first of all, I'm glad I have that at my disposal. However, 3 reps in, I was slightly regretting my choice of hill, safe to say. So much so that I'll be honest, for the next 2 reps following that, my mind had definitely switched on comfort mode. Like, I was definitely in that place where my brain was like, no, like maybe you need to hold back just a little bit. So needless to say, those 2 reps were actually a little bit slower. Like, I didn't get as far up the hill within that minute. And I suppose it was good that I caught it at that point, because I was able to kind of reflect on the journey down after that 5th rep. That I was like, okay, right, I really need to switch on my thinking here. I need to be really intentional with the way that I'm not allowing my thinking to diminish the pace and the effort that I'm putting in here. So a good learn to kind of really be switched on, especially in these harder workouts. But even more so, it was great to feel that change when I did switch it back on for that sixth, seventh, and eighth rep. Really good to feel just the energy. Obviously, it's still hard. There's no denying it. It's not an easy workout, but just to remember that that effort is there and the recovery between reps is there for me to replenish and to get ready for the next one. And the gains that are happening over the whole 10 reps and the recovery afterwards are really going to pay off in the long run. So I'll be honest, I got to the 8th rep and I felt great, just because I knew there was only 3 left. And that's funny, right? The brain at that point is always like, right, I think I've got this. I could do 3 more reps. And that was the reality. So really grateful for this run. I'm not going to lie, I finished physically exhausted from this one. It's summer in Sydney right now, so it's sweaty, and hit the electrolytes, hit the carbs afterwards, and recovered really well. So really grateful for the workout. Now let me tell you about my long run. Okay, 11 Ks over some hills. Now this week was one of my favorite runs of this training block, actually. And as a lot of you, if you followed any of my journey, know that I'm training towards Ultra Trail 50K. I'm in the Blue Mountains here in Sydney, and it's important to understand that there is an average. I think I calculated the other day. There's an average of 40 meters gain per kilometer. That's an average based across the 50K. There's quite a significant amount of vert that you've got to get used to, and you've got to get your legs used to. So all of these long runs, and a lot of my runs at the moment in this plan, have some element of hill work, and some key long runs have a designated amount that I'm supposed to hit. So this one I needed a minimum of 220 meters. So essentially anything more than 20 meters per K of elevation gain. I'm proud to say that I got 300 meters plus during this workout, and it was an absolute thrill. I absolutely love long runs, and I think what I missed after last year is I haven't been going as long as I had been in the past. So it's been really nice just to start to see some of those longer efforts come into the plan, and you know, the excitement, right? I don't know how any of you feel if you do these long runs, but kind of the excitement, right? The preparation the night before. You know, what are you eating? How are you getting ready? Getting your kit ready, and then waking up, and then, you know, having your coffee, drinking whatever, you know, however you prepare, and then that intra workout nutrition as well. Just kind of finding where that balance is from that perspective is really exciting. And then if we flip side that to just the work itself, I think this is something that within trail running that I'm figuring out quite a lot and constantly learning about, is the fact that kind of transitioning from road to trail is one of the key differences is not only the terrain difference, right? You're dodging trees, you're dodging rocks, you're trying not to break your ankles as you're going up and down. It is that very up and down nature of these runs that you need to get used to. And I think something that in these long runs that I'm really trying to learn and reflect upon is how to manage effort across the whole workout. Because and this is the risk that's involved with trail running. You just don't know, if you put this much effort into this hill at this point in the run, how much you're going to have left for the later hills, right? So I love the creativity that comes with that. I think it definitely feeds my creative side, to be honest, and it's something that I really, really love about getting ready for the trail running. I'll be honest, most of my training runs at the moment are on roads, but I'm finding as many hills as I can, and just learning how and when I can push is a really fun exercise for me. So yeah, so this was a great run. Loved 11 Ks, managed, as I said, over 300 meters of elevation gain, which is what I needed. So I'm really happy with that, and ending the week on an absolute high. This has been one of my favorite training weeks because of the learnings from it, to be honest. The start of the week was a bit disappointing, not being able to double stack earlier, feeding through into the speed workout, and then my long run was yeah, just a really successful week, and I feel fitter, I feel healthier, I feel more capable. So yeah, finishing the week on a high. And yeah, so thank you all for listening. Really appreciate your time. I know you don't need to spend your time watching me talk about my training program, but I hope this inspires you to get out there, get running, and give it a go, right? You just never know what's going to happen. Just give it a go and look after yourself, stay safe, keep moving, and yeah, I'll fill you in on how next week goes next week.